to create whatever it is that you're trying to do with your life, it's really important to see where you're fucking it up for yourself. And so it's those types of skills and tools that you can start to implement to really understand where you're limiting yourself and holding yourself back. A lot of times it's mental processing, so that's self-awareness and perspective in a way that's going to evaluate, you know, your actions and your thinking. And we all know what self-sabotage does to our energy. It totally depletes you. And so when you have an energy that is going on a downward spiral, which we call a negative energetic frequency loop, you're going to continue this downward cycle if you don't take some action to shift that negative energy loop into a positive energy loop. You're just going to keep staying kind of stagnant where you're at, feeling like you're on a hamster wheel, or you might actually go deeper and deeper into a lower energy space. So sometimes it can happen really slowly for people. Sometimes it can happen really quickly. I know it depends on whatever you have going on in your life. A lot of times it's your reaction to an unexpected situation or a stressful situation or a pain point that's gotten all of a sudden too much to bear. I know you're like, are you seriously trying to get me to do some type of weight loss thing like right before the holidays? How is that the perfect time? I'm going to explain to you why it's the perfect time. You know, there are certain times a year where it's just easier to stay positive and active and healthy and motivated. And then there's other times a year where it's just really hard. A couple of years ago, I did not have the protective mechanisms around my energy to keep me mentally, physically, and energetically well during the holidays. It was a really weird time for me. I think it was a combination of like seasonal depression and the pressure of just having to do so much around the holidays, especially for your kids. Like if you've ever been struggling with money, then obviously you know how stressful the holidays can be. The feeling of dread is horrible during the holidays. Like I used to seriously dread the holidays, y'all. I was so broke. My kids were so excited. I was so over it. I mean, I was like, God damn it, I don't want to smell the pies, and I don't want to eat the food, and I don't want to have everybody be like, again, wait, you're not going to eat that? You're not going to, but it's Thanksgiving, you know? Fuck that shit, y'all. Do what you need to do to keep yourself well. If you need to eat all the things, eat all the things. You can do a juice cleanse and a fast afterwards, but you gotta know what actions to take based on the choices that you're making, right? If you get really triggered still by people being like, hey, you're not eating that, or oh, what's that, or if you don't eat meat and all of a sudden you go to the family holiday dinner and that's like a new thing, I promise you, you're going to be bombarded with bullshit. You're going to have to know how to keep your energy right, and that's what we're here for. So check out How to Do the Work by the holistic psychologist. She is on Instagram, the holistic psychologist. I cannot find a better book right now to help you get through the holidays besides the one that I'm in the process of writing, which is not out yet. So in the meantime, go get the book How to Do the Work. It definitely has a large focus on how to deal with family, and that's what this time of year is all about. So we're going to keep ourselves right mentally, physically, and spiritually. This time of year can really put a lot of weight on us energetically. And so when we take the time to do some self-awareness and perspective work, then we can have more strategic action in moving forward, right? Meaning we're going to be more conscious of our actions so that we can do things that are going to naturally support being in a positive energy space. And so we can stay more positive and stay more healthy and weight less. And then we can actually start off the next year, the new year, on like an even more elevated path, right? So if you have to think about the holidays as your time to just give in to letting yourself kind of fall off of everything you've been doing, and then you think, okay, well, the new year is here, like it can get really overwhelming because you think, oh, that's when you just all of a sudden realize all of this shit that you've done to yourself during the holiday season that was so unnecessary. And you're gonna actually spend the first 2 months undoing what you did during the holidays. All of the habits that you had tried to manage. I don't know if this sounds like anybody, but this was me. And so I know how just disturbing to your energy space it can be to let yourself kind of go back into unsupportive habits during the holidays. For so many of us, it's a time to just let yourself off the hook for practicing all of this stuff that you know you need to be doing throughout the year, right? Letting yourself take a break from habits that you know are going to benefit you. That creates a cycle where you feel like you're kind of going around and around the hamster wheel. If you want to stop cutting your momentum in half, then learn how to be still able to enjoy this time of year without actually going all the way like back into the place where you were, just not paying attention to what you're eating. If you can use your self-awareness and perspective to pinpoint where you're actually not being very supportive of getting yourself even closer to your goal, your actions have to align with your goals. And it's just so much easier for that to be accomplished when you're not taking the 3 months or 2 months. Let's say it's just one solid month, right? You've got one solid month of from like Thanksgiving to Christmas where you're just going hard. And then you've got January to February where you're trying to catch back up. And, you know, there's things in between all this time. Like, there's other holidays we celebrate. There's birthdays. Look, birthdays throw me off bad because I am all about the cake. So as soon as I have a piece of cake, it can be over with sometimes. So I have to be very careful. So what I'm saying is that there's all different times of the year where we can really lose focus and lose sight of how crucial and important it is to actually utilize all the time that we have to our benefit. This is the time of year where your self-sabotage may sneak back up on you, and you may not even realize that you're being affected by some of these patterns. And it's just all going to add weight to your spirit. So sometimes, I will say this, sometimes it's not just the habit of eating the thing that you shouldn't eat. I'm going to probably make another video about this because it's a funny story and I don't want to take up too much time, but I had this experience in 2019 where I like literally could not stop eating Costco blueberry muffins this time of year. It was bad. And I had to promise myself that when I actually did eat the other muffin, which I did, I ate the second muffin. And I said, if I want this so bad that I really want to eat this right now, then if I do that, I'm going to do this like gut reset afterwards, because clearly something is going on more than just my taste buds really getting excited over a muffin. Like, it was bad to the point to where I felt like I don't give a shit about any of my life goals. I would just rather eat this muffin. Like, there are things that taste that good in the moment, you know? So I know how hard it is. If you love food and you love the holidays and you love to enjoy life, you know, it's already a struggle to try to have the self-discipline that you need to keep yourself on point when you're really trying to, you know, have a consistently healthy, holistically healthy, natural way of lifestyle and like prevent disease and prevent so many things that people have to deal with medically that are just diet and lifestyle related. If you're somebody that's really trying to avoid all those things, it's going to be really hard for you to feel positive if you let yourself fall off into all these unsupportive and toxic habits that you naturally kind of tend to let yourself fall back into during the holidays. So I want everyone that is really serious about not letting this holiday season get them down, get them weighted down physically, mentally, energetically. You can still enjoy this time of year, but without totally destroying all the progress you've made for the entire year, okay? If you don't want to have to start off January 1 making up for what you did to your mind, body, and energy during the holidays, then the 4-week course that I'm doing is going to help set you up to make sure, specifically if you're somebody that struggles with unsupportive eating habits, sugar addiction, emotional eating, stress eating, you will want to take this course. This is all about elevating your energy, right? So again, for me, positive energy is creating an abundance of energy. It's not about being happy. It takes energy to do all the things that we try to do. And so if you're not doing things that will help your mind, body, elevate its energy, then you're not going to feel positive in your own energetic space. I mean, it's all connected, and we can tap into so many tools and skills that are going to help us just be more aware of our energy. What signals are we able to recognize within our physical body that are occurring that we can take some action, some different strategic action into correcting and resetting that. And so it's so many things. There's so many things. And so I just want to be support for you guys, for anyone that's trying to keep their energy, their mind, their body right. Definitely get into the 4-week course. Go to www.thecollectivecompassmovement.com. Get registered for the 4-week course so that you can keep your mind, body, and energy as weightless as possible, or at least not put extra weight on top of it during this holiday season, and start 2022 off like you mean it. Okay, we are not gaining time. We're not getting more days in life. And so yes, I always go to death because it keeps me motivated, and I want to do all the things that I feel so called and so grateful to be able to do before my time is up. So thank you guys. Check out the website and definitely get registered for the course. If you are interested in doing a quick session that will give you some guidance on a pain point or two if possible, but definitely one. If there's just one pain point that you have been really wanting to get some strategic guidance from, check out doing the 1-hour elevator session, because it's only $100 right now. The 1-hour elevator session is only $100 from now until the end of the year. You're gonna find relief, because once you find the perspective change and self-awareness to see how you can do it differently, and to feel how you can do it in a way, whatever it is, relieve the pain point that you are focused on. If you can find the skills and tools within your own self-awareness and perspective to change the way that you see it and the way that you approach it and the way that you might actually be making it worse, you're going to feel relief instantly in an hour. You're going to feel like you have some guidance from your inner compass, and hopefully the collective compass movement methodologist, because that's what we specialize in, and we can help you. We can help you see what you're missing, and we can help you find clarity and relief, and give you some strategic action in how you can start relieving the pain point that you have been spending so much time and energy focusing on, how you can get that shifted. And really, that's what this journey is all about. That's what self-elevating and self-healing is all about. It's about taking one pain point at a time and fixing it and finding a relief for it, and just trying to elevate your health in all the ways, so that over time you are gaining a lifestyle and a practice that supports your visions and goals, and helps you avoid a health crisis. We are not trying to build generational wealth and heal generational toxic patterns for nothing. You know, we are trying to leave a legacy without having a health crisis. And I want to help everybody have the tools that they can use to be able to capitalize off of our own just biological ability to stay well. We have the tools. We understand so much more about nutrition, and so much more about mindset, and so much more about just our neurobiology, and so much more about all the ways that we can live a longer, healthier life. And we just can use so much of that. And so for those of you who haven't spent as much time as I have, because I've spent a lot of freaking time studying all this and trying to wrap my head around this. I had such a crazy life vision at such a young age, and I literally pictured myself doing exactly what I am doing now, which is working on the go from anywhere. We're in Atlanta right now. Mo just had some epic shit to do. So I went and parked my ass over here at the Starbucks. And I'm kind of in the sun now, so I keep moving around, but oh yeah, it's bad. I'm gonna hide in this corner, yeah. Okay. Huh. Whew. Thought I was gonna have to take my sweater off for a second. I ain't gonna get naked on the YouTube, y'all. But it's hot. So yeah, we're sitting in Atlanta. I'm watching all the planes going back and forth to the airport, and I'm just thinking about how I can't wait to just do all the things that I've got planned to do. Just speaking from personal experience, being able to have big ideas and being able to have big dreams and actually go after them and actually make them a reality and actually love the life that you've created and be able to make time for all the things that you want to make time for. I love just being able to make my own schedule and be able to just move how I'm called to move and be able to help people be able to figure out how to have a better quality of life is so important to me. I feel like we're so blessed. You know, we have so much to be grateful for. We have so much abundance that it's hard to actually see how blessed we are. And this is just the time of year where I think that, we gotta stop letting the American culture of capitalism interfere with our mind, body, and spirit. And this is the time of year where we feel that. So, you know what you need to do. You know what you're called to do. You know that you're gonna feel better if you keep your mind and body and energy right. I mean, you can sacrifice time taking care of yourself only to a certain point. You can sacrifice ignoring your nutrition, as long as you want. But at the end of the day, that just knowing how you can take ownership is so much more empowering. I mean, ask yourself, what is that's causing you when you have that reaction to like avoid something that you know you need to do that would actually help yourself? What is that? What is that reaction that you have that encourages you to ignore doing something that's good for yourself? Self-awareness, perspective. You got to make the time to sit around and think about all this stuff. You got to make the time to sit around and think about, what am I doing this for? Why am I doing this the way that I'm doing this? We can just operate on autopilot as long as we want, but when you're ready to take charge of your life, then you have to take responsibility. You have to take ownership, and it's a lot easier once you do. It gets a lot easier once you start learning how to not feel bad. I mean, it's so easy to feel embarrassed or like just negative. It's easy to feel negative just when you recognize that you've been doing something stupid that keeps holding yourself back, and you feel like, oh my God, it's okay. Take a deep breath, let it go. I mean, if anybody knows how to fail forward, I am that expert. So I promise you're not gonna die. I promise you that you can just decide you don't want to feel embarrassed, and it's gonna be a beautiful thing for your energy. So we all have the power to take accountability and ownership of our lives, and we have the most tools that we've ever had in like modern human history. I mean, so if you feel stuck, move around. Like, go exercise, go work out. If you feel stuck, go move around physically, okay? You can move your body, you can stretch, you can dance, you can, go for a walk. You can get in the car and drive. You can sit somewhere and watch moving things. Like, get some movement going around you, okay? Get something moving, okay? The coolest thing that I've heard lately that's helped me keep my energy right is Newton's law of motion. What stays, what is it? Objects in motion stay in motion, and objects at rest stay at rest. I'm sure I butchered that, but the point is that the more I stay in motion, the more natural it is to stay at that pace. And it feels like a little bit of a struggle to elevate your energy at first, but you're going to create an energetic frequency loop that is positive, and it's going to elevate you in your energy. It's going to help give you more energy. You're going to have more physical energy, mental energy, energetic energy. What is energetic energy? Like, your energy is the infinite part of you that nobody can explain. Some people call it your spirit, some people call it your soul, some people call it not even existing. But at the end of the day, you have an energy about you. And so I want to help that be positive, because it feels better. Just feels better. I mean, it just feels better. It just feels better to be positive. So if that's not worth doing it right there, I don't know what to tell you.